Hare Krishna, good morning, my dear Prabhus and dear Matajis. Thank you for joining our morning japa session. That is again every day 5:30 to 7 o'clock a.m. You could always log in and log out anytime between those times and chant with us. Depende sa inyong minimum rounds. But of course, minimum rounds means minimum lang. You don't have to go down. You should not have to go down with that minimum round. Pero there's no cap. There's no maximum. We could always chant more. That's the beauty of Krishna consciousness and chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, good morning, and thank you for those who are joining us here in Zoom and also those who are watching sa ating Facebook Live. May mga regulars na tayo sa Facebook Live. Hindi ko alam bakit. Mahirap yata mag-login pa sa Zoom. And of course, you know the drill. Before we enter to the realm ng meditation natin sa Srimad Bhagavatam, we should be in the most humble mood, the mood of request, the mood of humility. So join me as we recite the invocation mantras. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Sarasvatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttamas Loke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. I offer my obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Personality of Godhead, Narayan, unto Naranarayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. A regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam, and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. So ang ating mga nakaraan, Krishna actually arrived sa Dwarka. This is a place where he is having a pastime in the mood ng kingly order. This is different from Mathura and Vrindavan. This is Dwarka. Dito yung mga palaces and mga queens. Andito rin yung mga kings, yung mga kamag-anak ni Krishna with his so-called biological parents, si Devaki saka si Vasudev. So that's why tinatawag din siyang Vasudev. Kasi tatay niya si Vasudev. So he was being received by different great personalities. And then yung mga close and immediate family members niya at kasama sa Balaram, pati yung anak niya andun din. Then he was received by different people from all walks of life. Yan. Sinabi nga rito, even those who are prostitutes are devotees of Krishna. So from different orders, from Brahmana up until Sudra, lahat sila mga devotee ni Krishna. Lahat sila, you cannot check their love para kay Krishna. So ganun yung relationship nila kay Krishna. And unalloyed. Depende sa mga depende sa relationship nila. They are very connected kay Krishna. So now we are entering sa pag-describe ng mga attractive features ni Krishna. We could not really compare the Srimad Bhagavatam on the description in detail sa personality of Godhead. You cannot find any scriptures or book na makapag-describe sa Supreme Personality of Godhead na ganito ka-detalyado. Some could have the teachings or a little bit of pastimes. Pero yung ganitong detalye, yung ganitong attention to detail na description kay Krishna, I doubt na makakahanap ka pa. Of course, you will see another version ng Srimad Bhagavatam description kay Krishna is on the 10th canto. Much in detail yon. Pero again, in the first few cantos, hanggang bago dumating sa 10th canto, maraming mga teaser kay Krishna. So pagdating ng 10th canto, mas grabe yung mga detail na description. So like ngayon, may pastime. Tapos, di-describe uli yung mga loving relationship kay Krishna. May hanggang Madhurya Ras, tapos hanggang yung detalye. Tapos, teaser lang yon. Tapos, babalik uli dun sa greatness ni Krishna. Continue reading Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto in this book, part 2, Creation. Chapter 11, The Lord's Entrance into Dwarka. We are reading at text number 24. Tama ba? No, 26. The Lord's chest is the abode of the goddess of fortune. His moon-like face is the drinking vessel for eyes which hanker after all that is beautiful. His arms are the resting places for the administrative demigods, and his lotus feet are the refuge of pure devotees who never talk or sing of any subject except his lordships. So this verse is very wonderful because it is being described here in detail yung beauty ni Krishna. If you could see yung Sanskrit neto, Shriyo Nivaso Yasyoraha Panapatram Mukham Dirsam Bahabolo Kapalanam Saranganam Padambujam. So same pa rin yun, no? Yung translation ng mukham, face, parang Filipino, mukha. Mukham. Shriyo Nivasos Yasyoraha. So the first line is describing yung abode ni Goddess of Fortune, si Lakshmi. Lakshmi is also a expansion of Srimati Radharani, an eternal consort of Krishna. So Lakshmi is the consort of Krishna in the form of Vishnu. So yung chest niya is the abode of Lakshmi Devi. So again, yung ibang mga demigod worshippers are just trying to worship si Lakshmi lang. Pag nakita mo yung mga picture niya, siya yung may parang mga bucket of gold, tapos maraming gold coins. Kasi Krishna is the source of all wealth. And yung person in charge doon is si Lakshmi. And we also call yung money na Lakshmi. So may mga etiquette yon yung Lakshmi. So we don't have to let Lakshmi be touched sa feet natin, saka sa floor din natin. So we have to take care of Lakshmi. Not to be vain and also focused lang, worship lang si Lakshmi. But use it, of course, to be closer kay Krishna. So we cannot worship Lakshmi without worshiping Krishna as well. Just like what Ravana did, he kidnapped Sita. He wanted, si Sita is also expansion ni Srimati Radharani and Lakshmi. The demon Ravana wanted to enjoy Sita without Rama. So he kidnapped her, trying to enjoy. Pero what will happen? It will be the source of destruction. So the role of a devotee is to always bring Lakshmi closer to Krishna. It was being mentioned here, it is the resting place. Wala mga ibang makaagaw nun. Resting place ni Lakshmi yung chest ni Krishna. His moon-like face is the drinking vessel for eyes which hanker after all that is beautiful. Yung face ni Krishna is like moon na sobrang illuminating and enlightening. Lalo na pag gabi, di ba? Pag full moon, ang sarap tignan ng moon. Lalo na pag full moon siya. Tapos, um, sobrang laki ng moon sa gabi. And very cooling, nakaka-relax. And yung moon ni Krishna is just like a drinking vessel. Parang uminom ka ng nectar. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the nectar to the ears. You drink it, nigama kalpatoror galitam palam. You drink it through your ears. But the face of Krishna also, you drink it through your eyes. Yung moon-like face niya. And yung mga nakakita kay Krishna, ever, yung hankering nila walang end. Just like her chanting it should be, wala siyang cap, wala siyang maximum. Yung satisfaction, walang maximum in drinking yung beautiful face ni Krishna through our eyes. Sobrang favorite ko tong analogy na to kasi if you know me, yung search ko for Krishna is also because of my search sa music and arts. Kung paano ba yung satisfaction, paano ba yung description, bakit ba may arts, anong purpose na ito. And anong real purpose na ito, not just the kwentuhan lang sa art galleries, diba, sa mga shows. Lahat sila may kanya-kanyang version or yung mga Renaissance artists natin and all. Lahat sila may description, diba? Yung mga arts before, it was really realistic. Then kapag gumawa ka ng different art na yon, Salmo Digliani and all, pag medyo hindi na realistic, medyo iba sa kanila, iba yung tingin nila. Then lumabas yung photographs, yung picture. So dun sila parang revolutionize, nag-go outside the box sila. So ang dami na ng description, kada era, impressionist, expressionist, tapos andyan yung mga arts in the form of a revolution, arts in the form of giving yung healing sa ibang tao. Ang daming description. Then, ito yung hinahabol ko and yung hinahanap kong meaning. I really just found it out sa, of course, the scriptures coming from Guru and coming from the saintly person. So, this art is being used by Srimati Radharani to offer kay Krishna in different forms, in different mediums. Yung art in dressing, art ng mga sa painting, even the body paint, even sa pagluluto, even sa set design. Yung mga gopis sa Kamanjaris are setting, meron sila mga pag-set design sa mga places of meetups nila tuwing gabi, sa mga rasa dance nila. Lagi sila nag-set design. Iba-iba yun wala na uulit. Even sa pagluluto, Srimati Radharani cooks for Krishna. Never umulit. Hanggang ngayon, hindi umulit yun. Eternal. Laging may bago. Sabi nga, the variety is the mother of enjoyment. If you would eat for paulit-ulit lang, it will make you suffer. Diba? Kung may favorite ka, ay lang kainin mo buong taon or buong buhay mo. You cannot imagine. So maraming austerity, maraming how do you call this? Maraming adjustment. Pero variety is the mother of enjoyment. So sabi ni Sri Prabhupada dito, those who are artists, overtaken by the beautiful creation, should better see to the beautiful face of the Lord for complete satisfaction. Yung mga artists never siya satisfy. I have this artist friend also. Originally galing din siya ng Iloilo. Si Kuya Neil Pasilan. Yeah. Kailan ni ka na yun. Pag nag-hangout kami, lagi kami nanonood ng sunset. Tapos lagi niya sinasabi, galing ng creator, no? Kailan niya rin si Krishna. Diba? Never umulit yung sunset ng kulay, diba? Iba-ibang palette, iba-ibang texture ng clouds. Diba? Parang may art show palagi tuwing sunset. Tapos never umulit, diba? Parang ito rin yung kahapon walang ganun. Diba? Iba-ibang season, medyo ma-pink, medyo magenta, tapos yung iba masyadong mapula. Diba? Iba-ibang araw. Tapos may gradient pa siya. Diba? Pero hindi ka raw masasatisfy basta-basta dito. And yung mga nabibilib na mga tao sa arts is basing on material or the nature. Yan. Beautiful creation. Diba? They will paint nature, they will paint roses, they will paint yung body, diba? They will paint the universe. Ang dami. In different forms. Sobrang bilib yung mga tao dito. Pero of course, sabi nga Share Prabhupada in a lecture sa isang art gallery addressing the artists. I think sa Australia yata yun. He was saying people are enamored and worshiping the artist who are actually copying lang. Copy artist lang talaga sila. Kasi they're copying kung ano yung nakikita nila or gusto na i-express. Pero the original artist is Krishna. Hindi lang siya gumawa ng very intricate form ng mga flowers and nature. May combination pa siya ng smell, ng texture. Tapos nag-grow, nagpapalit-palit pa siya. Such an art. Diba? So sabi dito, for one to be able to be satisfied, yung pag-drink ng nectar ng art, ng beauty ng art, one should look into the beautiful face, moon-like face ni Krishna. At the same time, we could see, pag na-appreciate natin yung beauty ng nature, ito raw yung smile ni Krishna. Sa Bhagavad Gita, in the chapters, like I think 12 yata yun, you could see Krishna is everywhere. In different chapters pala, he described, of course, siya yung taste of water, yung eyes niya is the sun and moon, and ito, yung smile niya is the beautiful nature, the rivers is yung mga vessels niya. So, si Krishna yun. So, even, sabi ni Shri Prabhupada dito, even the sweet songs of the bird, para siya mga whisper ng mga voice ni Krishna. Kaya masarap siya pakinggan. So, one could always remember Krishna. And of course, alam natin yung goal natin is to have his darshan, his beautiful face. And sabi ni Shri Prabhupada dito, the artist will be completely satisfied. Panapatra mukham dirsham. So, mukha is the face of Krishna. The third one is Bahavolokha Palanam. Resting place of the demigods is yung arms ni Krishna. The demigods was described here as the administrative demigods. Sila yung mga nag-administer, sila yung mga nag-lead, sila yung mga manager natin dito sa material creation. And actually, they are always disturbed by the demons. Ang daming story. Tapos maggusumbong uli yung mga demigods kay Krishna. Tapos nire-request nila si Krishna bumaba. Kasi these demons are, yung role nila is to water down and tanggalin yung religious principles. Then, maraming beses sinakop nila yung mga heavenly planets, which is sa nakareside yung mga demigods. So, of course, laging nagiligtas sa kanila si Krishna. Resting place nga nila si yung arms ni Krishna. These, don't be confused. These are tiny administrative gods. Small, low case, letter G, not the big, the capital G. They are demigods. They're also souls who are tasked. Yung karma nila is to be on that position with different responsibilities and duties. At the same time, iba rin yung capabilities nila, yung skills nila. Meron din sila mga mystic powers. But don't be mistaken them to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, ayan yung mga main teachings natin. Even in the 10 offenses in chanting the holy name. Kasama yan. To not be mistaken, si Krishna or Vishnu na pareho kay Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. No? So we will learn that as well sa Srimad Bhagavatam. We discussed a few before, but we will learn much more in the process of Vedic cosmology and creation. So yes, they are the resting place, yung arms ni Krishna. And lastly, last line dito, Sarangganam Padam Bujam. Pada is feet. The lotus feet of Krishna is the refuge for pure devotees. Actually, hindi nga daw nangangarap yung mga devotee na makita basta-basta lang yung face ni Krishna. And one more pa yung sa chest ni Krishna, sa arms ni Krishna. No? The pure devotees are always hankering after the lotus feet of the Lord. They're very satisfied sa lotus feet of the Lord. Sabi nga ni Navadip Chandra yesterday, yung lotus feet, doon yung mercy. In the form and in the mood of humility, we always bow down. So doon nang galing yung bowing down ng paying obeisances. The 5 points of the body and the ashta, or the 8 points of the body bowing down, or the dandavats, full dandavats. At doon din nanggaling, of course, yung in a different culture, diba? Yung bow down, yung half and all, diba? Hanggang yung mano. Mano is just the hand. Some Indians are touching the feet and putting yung hand nila sa head nila. So, of course, yung dandavat is just falling down like a stick. That is the form of respect and obeisances and humility. And this is actually the sign. One is hunkering sa lotus feet ni Krishna. And sabi dito, there is an analogy and also a prayer of Srila Rupa Goswami. He is one of the 6 Goswamis that you could see also in the altar on the right side. May 6 doon. They are disciples of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He mentioned that the devotees are just like bees, honey bees. And yung lotus feet ni Krishna are just like honey. The honey bee, kahit saan siya pupunta siya palagi kung saan may honey. And the devotees, kahit saan sa sitwasyon mapunta, he is always hunkering sa lotus feet ni Krishna, which is like honey for him. It is actually a nectar for them, sa mga devotees, and they're always praying, let my mind be fixed at your lotus feet so that eternally I may be able to relish the taste of your transcendental service. If you could see and understand, read, and relish yung mga stories ng Srimad Bhagavatam, some stories there they will have perfection sa mga modes of liberation, modes of yoga, Ashtanga yoga, meditation, diba? Dhruva Maharaj meditated. They will even have darshan of the Paramatma, Krishna from within, and face-to-face darshan with Krishna in the form of the 4-arm form Vishnu. Even Lord Shiva is praying na pag nagkaroon siya ng kadarshan kay Krishna, he wanted to be on that next level. And almost everyone who did this, ano yung palaging hinihiling nila? Even yung father ni Kapila, I forget the name. Then nakita niya si Kapila, anak niya si Kapila, which is incarnation ni Krishna. Kasama na niya eh. Di ba, anak niya eh. Pero he has to go on retirement. For what? Di ba? And they're actually praying. Even nakita na si Krishna face to face, they're actually praying for the association of devotees. They're actually praying for association and to always remember Krishna. Imagine ka sa kakarap mo na si Krishna, pero ang prayer mo palagi siya maalala and makasama yung mga devotees. For what again? For one to be able to render devotional service. Because that is the highest form of ating even sa yoga ladder. That is the highest form of development sa ating relationship kay Krishna, even in the progress of Bhakti Yoga. Devotional service and association is very important. And ayun yung goal ng mga devotees. Hindi lang just to see Krishna, but to render service. Not just to see the body ni Krishna, but to be in a humble position in serving Krishna's lotus feet. They are humble by nature, and the Lord is always leaning towards such humble devotees. Sabi niya sa chapter 10 ng Bhagavad Gita, the thought of pure Krishna's pure devotees always dwells in him. Lagi niya sa isip niya, yung mga pure devotees niya. And when you open the devotee's heart, makikita mo si Krishna doon. And when you open Krishna's heart, makikita mo yung mga pure devotees niya doon. So, ganun ka-sweet and ganun yung goal ng isang devotee. Not just for darshan, but for loving service kay Krishna. Kaya makita nyo lating lotus feet. Yung mga, you could see the names. Lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, lotus feet of Krishna, Prabhupada, diba? Lotus feet again. And what is much more pleasing kay Krishna by the humble mood ng kanyang mga devotees is if one is serving the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. Das ano das. So serving the lotus feet of the servant of the servant, it will be much more pleasing kay Krishna. Sobrang kakaiba ng path of bhakti. In the material world, it is always pataasan ng rank, pataasan ng career, pataasan ng position. Diba? Palapitan sa boss. Diba? Here, the more one serves in the lowest position, the more one serves in the, like, mga behind the scene, yung mga menial service, they call it menial services, the more si Krishna, mas gusto siyang lapitan, leaning towards that pure devotees. Yan, sabi binigay ni Riza yung translation. The thought of his pure devotees always dwells in him. That is 10.9. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So let's move forward. Text number 27. As the Lord passed along the public road of Dwarka, his head was protected from the sunshine by a white umbrella. White feathered fans moved in semicircles, and showers of flowers fell upon the road. His yellow garments and garlands of flowers made it appear as if a dark cloud were surrounded simultaneously by sun, moon, lightning, and rainbows. So these four actually hindi mo makita sa sabay-sabay. Pag andyan yung moon, andyan yung sun, ay pwede pala, minsan nagala paghapon, sabay sila makikita mo. Tapos may lightning saka rainbow. Hindi mo madalas makikita to sabay-sabay. Hindi mo madalas yung rainbow pag after ng mga ulan. So it goes like after the sun, dun mag-rise yung moon in full, di ba? Pero Krishna, being described here habang pumapasok siya sa Dwarka, mayroon siyang white umbrella. Even yung paalis siya ng Hastinapur, si Arjuna yung nag-ano ng umbrella sa kanya, di ba? Here then, may umbrella. Di ba? And meron mga fans. They move in semicircle. Just like, again, this really correlates sa dito worship natin. Mag-worship kay Krishna in the temple, in the altar. We use peacock feathers and yak tail fans. And also we offer flowers. Diba? And sinabi rin dito yung yellow garments ni Krishna. So it was being compared here, yung white umbrella are just like the sun. Yung fan is just like the moon. Yung flowers are just like the stars. And yung yellow garments ni Krishna are just like the rainbow. Very poetic, di ba? How to describe Krishna. Very sweet and very lovely. So, sabi dito, the adjustment is possible only when we think of the inconceivable potency of Krishna. The Lord is all-powerful, and His presence, anything impossible can be possible. So, yes, this is very important because, sabi nga, if one is always surrendered kay Krishna and to His pure devotees, yung mga impossible things naging possible. Just read and relish yung pastimes ni Srila Prabhupada. It seems so impossible. Inconceivable nga eh. In 12 years or so, nung pumunta siya sa West, at the advanced stage ng life niya, yung age niya, nasa 70 plus na siya noon. He had a lot of struggles, no facilities, walang pera, 'di ba? Nag-heart attack, tama 2 times. Siya sa barko going to America. Then it's not a cruise ship, it's a cargo ship, 'di ba? Jaladuta. Ang dami nangyari. Then after just 12 years, revolution came, 'di ba? Yung ginawa niya on the process noon. Ang daming temples na tumayo, ang daming centers, ang daming farm communities, ang daming naging devotees. And he's traveling in that 12 years, he traveled around the globe 14 times. Diba? Not just once a year, 14 times. Sobra pa. Diba? And along with being a guru to thousands of disciples, managing the ISKCON, giving lectures here and there, along that, nagka-translate siya ng book. Author siya ng maraming libro. And hindi birong 5 books lang, 5 version, 5 volume, 5 sequels. No. I think yung binilang ito parang almost 100 yung books. Oh, more or less 100. So, inconceivable. And hanggang ngayon, we are building relishing relationship kay Srila Prabhupada kahit di natin siya inabutan. Diba? So, this is the inconceivable mercy ni Krishna. Comes sa empowerment, comes instruction ng isang guru sa kanyang disciple, comes empowerment. And anything impossible could be possible. Na even now, our lives are being touched by the teachings, the books, and the life of Srila Prabhupada. Let's read text number 28. After entering the house of his father, he was embraced by the mothers present, and the Lord offered his obeisances unto them by placing his head at their feet. The mothers were headed by Devaki, his real mother. So, yung father niya is si Vasudev. Pag-enter niya doon, he was embraced by the mothers present. Take note, it is plural. Actually, si Vasudev daw has 18 wives. And yung main wife niya and yung parents, yung mother ni Krishna is si Srimati Devaki. Yan. So, hindi ko alam kung mag-agree lahat na magagawin pa nila yung magkakaroon ng 18 wives. Diba? Hindi ko rin alam yung mga may wife na mga lalaki na who are listening that it is easy to handle or to maintain the relationship with one wife. What more having 18 wives? Sabi nga, yung mga brahmacharis, we have a saying also, it's not easy to handle yung it's not easy to handle yung mind natin. Di ba? Nagkaagulo ka na kala, mag-isa ka lang. No? Nagkaagulo ka pa. What more pa pag may family ka na? What more pa kung ganito, 18 wives. So take note, this is great personalities. They're very qualified. We cannot imitate them. We can follow their footsteps sa mga teachings nila, but we cannot imitate them. Diba? Pero, this is very significant na sinasabi dito sa verse and sa purport ni Srila Prabhupada. All of the mothers, yung mga stepmothers ni Krishna, were very and equally affectionate to Krishna. Hindi ko anak yan. Just like the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj. Yung stepmother niya, iba yung tingin sa kanya. And also, si Dhritarashtra, they're actually the stepfather ng mga Pandavas kasi wala na yung dad nila. Parang stepfather na. Tumatayo yung tatay na nila. Pero he was partial. Nasa first verse yan ng Bhagavad Gita. What did my sons and the son of Pandu do? So, hinihiwalay niya. So, but this one, no. Yung mga stepmothers ni Krishna, equally yung tingin niya nila sa anak ni Devaki. They're seeing Krishna as their own son. And also, a significant um, behavior ni Krishna ginawa dito is he bowed down to them, to their feet. Si Krishna na um, refuge and shelter ng mga pure devotees. Si Krishna nagbabow down sa mga nanay niya. Sa mga nanay niya. Hindi lang sa real mom niya, pati dun sa mga stepmothers niya. It is actually being taught here. You can read in the last line na si Krishna plays the part of a son, ideal son, to teach us how to treat their stepmothers. Pero hindi lang stepmothers na asawa ng father. Srila Prabhupada mentioned here, and even in the scriptures, it was written there are actually 7 mothers. Number 1 is the real mother. Number 2 is the wife of the spiritual master. This is for the reason that not all spiritual masters are sannyasi or in the renounced order. There are spiritual masters who are allowed, there are gurus who are allowed to take and to give initiation even nandun sila sa Grihastha ashram. You can see sa ating parampara system. Of course, may times na hindi talaga nagsuot ng orange yung mga devotees noon. Just like the 6 Goswamis. They're renounced but they're not wearing orange. It was started yung time ni Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Pero makita mo si Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Diba? Is a family man. Ang dami niya anak. Anak niya si Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Pero meron siyang disciple. So, in ISKCON, in our community, in our family, meron tayong very few na mga, we call them Grihastha Guru. Initiating Guru. Even may families. Burijan Prabhu. We have also, I think, Tina Bandhu. Then, Mahatma Prabhu. Hindi ko kabisado lahat. Pero may mga certain. And you could see them wearing white. But they have disciples. They're also Maharaj. We call them Maharaj. Or the disciples calls them Guru Maharaj. So, the wife of the spiritual master. Third is the wife of the Brahmana. So, yung mga ating wife ng devotees. Ito, balikan natin to. This is very important. Wife of the king. Ito, maganda. Yung fifth is the cow. Also considered as mother. Kaya mother cow. 6 is the nurse. So, paano yun? Nurse din ako, no? Si Jonah. Nurse siya, saka babae siya. Mother siya. So, ano siya? And number 7 is the earth. Mother Earth. So, these are the 7 mothers. Sobrang importante na ito kasi lalo-lalo na yung wife of the Brahmanas or what we call the Matajis. In our practice in Krishna consciousness, we call the ladies as Matajis. We call the men as Prabhus. Again, we are not claiming ourselves as Prabhu. We are the Das. We are the servant. But we address the other males as Prabhus. The meaning master. It puts us into a humble position. But in all respect, the highest respect na pwede natin ibigay sa mga female, we call them Matajis. Lahat, kahit mas bata sa'yo, kahit wala pa siyang anak, you call them Matajis. Yung mga lalaki lang na hindi na natawagin Mataji yung babae, yung mga asawa nila. The rest is all Matajis. So the Matajis, the highest respect of Matajis is there. Not just by name, but also by relationship. By the highest respect nga by how you treat yung Matajis. So it should be no malice, at the same time with full respect, like a real mother. So you could see there's a pastime, naalala ko tong pastime na to kasi when I was in Pune, like ano to, ocean of brahmacharis doon. Brahmacharis wearing white pa lang, wala pa sila sa orange, saffron. May iba naka yellow, tapos may isang building din doon, hundreds of devotees. On the process, nandun sila sa choosing kung anong path sila, mag-gigriyasta ba sila o mag-brahmachari sila. Pero sobrang ganda ng relationship nila doon. Kasi yung mga mothers nila are going there every afternoon. Hindi lahat, pero yung mga, those who are living nearby, nag-engage sa mga paggawa ng garlands. Then you will see yung mga brahmacharis bowing down to them. Dandavats. Sa mother nila. And these dandavats, it was mentioned, if we see those who are lower than or much more in neophyte stage with you, yung mga mas beginner sa atin, you will always pay respect sa kanila. Sometimes we could bow down as well. Those who are equal, we bow down. And those who are senior to us, we do dandavats, bow down. Sa babae, same bow down lang, 5 points. 2 hands, yung feet, tapos yung forehead. Sa lalaki is full dandavat, 8 points. Hands, 2 hands, forehead, yung chest, 2 knees, saka yung feet. So, 8 points yun. So, nakikita ko doon sa puna is, even those most senior, even yung mga vice president na mga monks doon sa temple are bowing down sa kanilang mga parents, sa mga mom nila. In full respect. And there was a pastime na favorite ko, naalala ko yon nung nakita ko sa puna. Nung during the time na bago pa lang si Srila Prabhupada sa New York, bago pa lang yung ISKCON. And he has to initiate Brahmananda Prabhu. And of course, sabi niya, bago initiate si Brahmananda Prabhu, pinakalala niya, bago or after, pinakalala niya yung mom niya kay Srila Prabhupada. And sobrang sweet ng usapan nila. And nag-preach si Srila Prabhupada actually dun sa nanay ni Brahmananda Prabhu. Sabi niya, and we're feeding your son, or maintaining him, giving good prasadam. If you want, you could donate. Tapos, ang ganda lang sagot ng nanay niya, sabi ni nanay ni Brahmananda Prabhu. Like, what kind of donation? I've donated my sons. Actually, kasi may kapatid din sa kasama doon. I've donated my sons. Si Garga muna yung isa. In your movement to you. Alam mo ba yung greatest donation na pwede ko bibigay? Tapos sabi ni Prabhupada, atcha. Very nice. Tapos yung initiation, hindi ko lang kung ano nauna, pero yung initiation ni Brahmananda Prabhu, you would see, pag initiation, mag-bow down sa spiritual master, tapos mag-bow down, like in us, mag-bow down sa spiritual master, mag-bow down kay Prabhupada sa deities. During that time, of course, si Prabhupada lang sa deities. Then, inutusan ni Srila Prabhupada si Brahmananda Prabhu na mag-bow down din dapat siya sa mother niya. Whole dandavat. Then, sa guru. Ang reason para magkaroon ng greatest brahmachari or paka brahmachari is yung first teacher niya. The mom. Kaya makita niya may mga devotees tayo na were very paka, very kind, very in the humble mood. He could see kung paano sila pinalaki ng nanay. So, anyway, si Brahmananda Prabhu, tuwing nakikita niya yung nanay niya, lagi siya nagbabow down. Minsan dadalawin daw yung nanay niya sa bahay nila. Of course, wearing like a monk robe. Katok siya. Tapos yung nanay niya lalabas sa pinto. Tapos paglabas niya, parang wala naman tao. So magugulat yung nanay niya na yung anak niya, si Brahmananda Prabhu, na sa floor, nagadandabat. Nagabow down. So yeah, always pay respect sa mother. So, and also, of course, in our society, the Matajis, the mother, are treating their sons, treating the devotees as their sons. Even yung mga brahmacharis. Even nga, mas matanda yung brahmachari sa kanila, they're treating them as their son. So, yes, sobrang sweet and all. And Lord Krishna had take the part ng role na to show us how to respect these mothers. Even, of course, yung wife ng teacher niya, Sandipani Muni, They also serve. Si Krishna mismo nag-serve as a mother. It is also significant for us to consider na si mother cow is our mother. Diba? So, kaya pinupush natin palagi yung cow protection, even the diet, because if the mother cow is affected as well as Mother Earth, because personification in Mother Earth is mother cow, we should always also be conscious on how we take care of Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is our mother as well. So this Krishna is showing us how to bowing his head sa lotus feet ng mga mothers, how to treat yung mga Matajis. Text number 29. The mothers, after embracing their son, sat him on their laps. Due to pure affection, milk sprang from their breasts. They were overwhelmed with delight, and the tears from their eyes wetted the Lord. So the mothers will always be mothers. Kahit malaki na anak nila, baby pa rin nila yun. Di ba? Hindi mo magbabago. Ako hindi ko masasabi kung paano, pero kayo yung mga nanay, ayan, nag-heart si John, sila Marisa. Kahit minsan mas malaki na yung anak ninyo sa inyo. Kahit bata pa lang sila, you will always see them as your... And even them, si Krishna na yun, They put Krishna on their laps. Tapos yung out of their love, yung milk sa breast nila is sprang from their breast. And also yung love ng cow, pag they're very pleased, nag-produce sila ng much more milk, giving it to the earth, giving it to the people. So out of love yun and affection yun, not the the cow factory that they will use machine. No, this is out of love. And this is very significant because yung relationship, if you would notice, if you could remember, first assignment ever, kung nakita tayo sa ating any course in the past, ang first assignment natin, ano yung mga relationship natin with Krishna. One very sweet relationship there is yung parental love kay Krishna. And a lot of times, even Mother Yashoda have the darshan ni Krishna as the supreme. And mapupunta siya dun sa own reverence kay Krishna. Pero Krishna will always make a way para tanggalin yung own reverence na yun kay Mother Yashoda. For what? For Mother Yashoda to treat Krishna as her own son, not as the Lord. Ayaw ni Krishna tingnan siya as Lord. Gusto niya trato sa kanya as son. In the past times ni Mother Yashoda in Vrindavan, a lot of times, papagalitan siya ni Mother Yashoda o i-discipline siya. Diba? Itatali siya sa mortar. Diba? Kasi kumukuha siya ng mga butter. Diba? Or papagluto siya ng mga lunch. Diba? O nag-worry si Mother Yashoda kasi late umuwi si Krishna or may kalaban na demon. If alam mo si Krishna yung Supreme Personality of God, hindi mo ma-experience yun. Hindi ka mag-worry. Diba? Even nung binuhat ni Krishna yung Govardhan Hill, Mother Yashoda was so worried. Pagod na yung anak niya. The rest are having a festival. Siya, nag-worry lang siya. No? Pagod na yung anak ko. So that kind of mood, wala siya sa own reverence. And gustong-gusto ni Krishna yun. Gustong-gusto ni Krishna. He's being treated as their loving son. And si Krishna is taking pleasure and the mother is taking pleasure. And even the gopis, yung mga mothers, yung mga babae sa Vrindavan, and even the cows are always praying na magkaroon talaga ng relationship kay Krishna, maging anak nila si Krishna. And it happened. During one picnic day, kasi sila Krishna palagi sila nagki-picnic there was this pastime na tinatawag na magical picnic where Lord Brahma got bewildered nung nakikita niya si Krishna. He was thinking, siya ba yung Supreme Personality of Godhead? Pero bata lang siya and he is having a pastime na parang normal na bata dito sa place called Vrindavan. And nakikita niya nagpipiknik sila. And yung mga pagkain na dala-dala nila doon, the gopas, yung mga coward boys na friends ni Krishna, are taking food kay Krishna. Yeah, parang prasadam yun if you're taking food remnants ni Krishna. Pero minsan inaagaw nila kay Krishna habang isusubo ni Krishna agawin ng mga gopas. So parang di maarok ni Lord Brahma. To think, si Lord Brahma yung one of the demigod who requested kay Krishna para bumaba. Then, nagulat talaga si Lord Brahma nung nakita niya si Krishna. Inaagaw din yung pagkain ng mga gopas, ng mga coward boyfriends niya. Habang isusubo, agawin niya rin, tapos kakainin niya rin. E minsan nga, yung mga crumbs sa kamay, kinukuha ni Krishna. So, todo na bewildered si Lord Brahma. What he did, gusto niyang patunayan. So, he made some trick and mga plays and setup para matago niya yung mga gopas, yung mga coward boyfriends. Tapos, sinago niya muna yung mga cows and calves. And naiwan mag-isa si Krishna dun sa Brindavan. Sa Govardhan Hill, I mean. So, ginawa ni Krishna, he expanded himself unlimitedly into coward boys, the gopas, and even the cows, the calves, I mean, yung mga baby cows. Si Krishna mismo nag-expand. And for the one whole year, lagi siya nakabalik dun sa Vrindavan every end of the day. Tapos, in the morning, pumunta ulit sa Govardhan, doing the same pastime. Pero siya lang yon. But this time, sobra yung affectionate, yung love and affection ng mga mothers sa mga anak nila, sa mga gopas at sa mga calves, even the cows. The cows are producing much more milk. Tapos yung luster ng mga gopis are sobra-sobra kasi grabe yung love nila sa mga anak nila. And sobra yung motherly love, umaapaw. This is to fulfill their desires na maging anak nila si Krishna. And Krishna fulfilled it. Not just to chastise and correct Lord Brahma, but to also fulfill yung loving relationship and yung desire ng mga gopis maging anak si Krishna. For the one whole year, si Krishna yung anak nila in the form ng mga gopas and yung mga calves. So this gives a very sweet relationship, a motherly relationship, and a motherly love. And yung love ni Krishna sa mga mothers. And us, of course, we should not be popped off in our heads, especially like the brahmacharis. Na, no, the matajis are cause of temptation. No. It should be clear, especially sa mga brahmacharis, na the matajis are mothers. If something is running through yung sa heads nila with malice and all, problema ng mind nila yon. Na hindi siya problema ng matajis. So one should be really careful in dealing with matajis with all respect and love. And also, the matajis should be with love and care sa treatment sa mga they see as their son. The way para ma-please si Krishna is worship ng devotees niya. And the way to see Krishna as their son is for the matajis to see the other devotees, even the brahmacharis, as their own son then. And that is a very sweet relationship and beauty ng love between Krishna and sa parent ng kanyang mga devotees. No one could take away nung position ni Mother Yashoda and Devaki as the mother of Krishna. Eternal pastime nila yun. Nitya Lila. But one could follow the footsteps. Kasi si Mother Yashoda, just like in the Damodar Lila, she's engaging other gopis to get rope para matali si Krishna. He's engaging other mothers na maging anak nila si Krishna. Even Devaki, he's engaging other mothers na maging anak nila si Krishna. Such a very sweet pastime. I don't know if you could see this kind of pastime and description and relationship with Krishna anywhere else. So, thank you very much for relishing this motherly love kay Krishna ng mga gopas, ng mga mothers. And also relishing yung very sweet lotus feet ni Krishna and his beauty. At the same time, yung pastime where Krishna himself bowed down sa lotus feet ng mga mothers niya. So may we relish this pastime and tuloy-tuloy to. It is always study every day of Srimad Bhagavatam sa ating Brush Bhakti Academy in our Makinabidul podcast. Tomorrow, we will also have, again, nandyan sila Rajat Prabhu and Navadip Chandra Prabhu to continue the study and relishing ng Srimad Bhagavatam. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Krishna ki jai. The mothers of Lord Krishna ki jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So for the fourth batch, I'll see you 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock sa ating meditation and yoga philosophy. And tonight is a very special, lagi naman special, class by His Grace Sridhar Prabhu, 7 o'clock to 8:30 sa ating Simple Living Higher Thinking course. And 11 o'clock, please attend yung reading ni Srila Guru Maharaj, Giridhara Swami Guru Maharaj, sa Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone. Please be safe, Prabhus and Matajis.